Well, today's the day. The day that I'm going to say we all have been waiting for. There's quite a few people that come on here and go, stay out of our politics. Um, but the leader of the free world is important to me, even though I'm over here. And yesterday I saw quite a lot of stuff that shows Harris ahead, and I feel really optimistic about the outcome. Um, I saw, I saw the last few rallies of Trump's, and he's just absolutely deluded. He stands there whining in the background. You can hear him whining on and on in the background, and you're looking. The cameraman is scanning the stadium or wherever the rally is, and the seats. There's so many empty seats, and the people behind him, because they always sort of pack quite a few people in behind him, they all look so bored, really bored. And there's lots of footage of people leaving. And I'm guessing, because this was what was being suggested some weeks ago, was that they get paid to be there, but they have to stay for at least 15 minutes and have a photo of themselves there before they leave. Lots of people leaving, and he just drones on, more and more delusional, no energy. And he's 78. I wouldn't have any bloody energy. I wouldn't have any energy now to do what they're doing. I wouldn't have that energy. But he's got no energy, and all he talks about is what he wants and his whining. And it's a stark contrast to the Kamala Harris rallies, the energy in the room, the energy and the massive crowds. So I think my belief is that very early on, when J.D. Vance talked about the childless cat women, I think they lost the election then. All women just went absolutely nuts at that. It was so derogatory. They went absolutely nuts. So you've got all of those women, you've got all of the Latinos that have been spoken about badly, Puerto Ricans, all of that has shifted people, black people. Trump accusing Kamala of becoming black. She wasn't, and then she was. Christians, I don't really like you. I don't need your vote. I need your vote this time, but after that, don't bother. They've disenfranchised so many people that these people are just going to go and vote for someone else. How they think they can win by being so bloody rude to people, by talking about people like they don't matter. It's been quite obvious, especially towards this last bit, that women are of no value. That's how he sees them. I think many MAGA men see them as no value. But without women, you wouldn't be here. There was somebody taking the piss out of postpartum depression on Twitter yesterday. And I'm thinking, how dare you? How dare you really have no idea? I won't tell you what my response was because it was very rude. But think about giving birth to a melon. That's all you need to know. Mark's still in bed. I've heard him get up and go to the loo. It's now 20 to 11 in the morning. He's quite tired. His HB, his results came through. He has a blood test every Monday morning. The results came through last night, and his HB is still 10.8. So it's dropped a bit from last Monday. His platelets have gone down a bit, which is a good thing. But he's tired. So it's not how he was last time. He's healing well. His leg looks good, but he needs to get his HB up. He's taking iron tablets. He's got an appointment with our doctor next week, and I think when he gets up, I'm going to get him to ring and see if he can get an earlier appointment because It's not very good, really. You saw him washing the car the other day, but he talked about doing it, and I said, well, why don't you do it? Because you felt better when you went to. Will you stop rubbing on there and making everything wobble? Oi, you! Oh, you little what's it? Make it difficult, don't you? And you run away. Huh? But I said, when we went to physio the other day, you weren't really interested, but actually it energized you or stimulated you. Maybe washing the car you'll get the energy once you're doing it. But and he did. I mean, I think once he got onto it, he was fine. But we had the conversation the other day at the jobs that he could do, and he didn't do them. I felt like I was nagging him. Are you going? And I probably was a bit, but I just sort of, he's just not really up for it, and he's tired. I had to persuade him to come with me to do the chickens last night. I had to persuade him to do the dishwasher because I'm hurting myself using my hands all the time. So I gave myself a day off yesterday and said, I can't do it. I can't lift plates. It's ridiculous, but I can't grip stuff with my hands. And I keep meaning to put rubber gloves on because that would help, and I forget. But I really hurt my hands the other day because I lit the fire. I emptied the dishwasher a couple of times. I did some cooking. A lot of what I did was using my hands, and it's just too much. So I'd like for him to be up in a minute. Vic is coming at 1. So this is the beginning of a new schedule with her. She will come in the afternoon on a Tuesday, every Tuesday, and that's going to be making a big difference having her weekly. I've already got a list of things for her to do today, apart from she was here Thursday anyway, so she doesn't really need to do much of a big clean, but I've got things that I'd like done that I got a list for her to do. I've found stuff in the freezer to cook. I hadn't really got a plan for dinner. I don't like it when I don't have a plan because we come unstuck. But I'd frozen some cauliflower cheese, and I've got some pork chops because there's a pork in the freezer. I got those out and started to defrost those, and I've got a couple of potatoes, so we'll have baked potatoes. So it'd be quite a big meal actually. And I'm planning on making a pork pie, and but haven't quite worked out how and when, what pastry I'm going to make. I've been eating gluten again, and I'm my own worst enemy. So the polls open in on the East Coast at 6 a.m, which is in about an hour and a quarter. It's 11:15, hour and a quarter. Your polls are open. Good luck. Take care. Check out the Yankee Farmwife so you know what your rights are. If things go wrong when you get to the polling station, check her out before you get to the polling station. Her latest video gives you lots of instructions, lots of resources if you have problems getting in to vote. And see you on the other side on the Bluewave. Bye.